Xcode is a large, powerful, and fairly complex tool, and becoming proficient with all of its features will definitely take time. Although there is a long list of tips and tricks you'll find along the way, I wanted to give you a quick rundown of some of the key shortcuts I use all of the time. Now, without question, the keyboard shortcut I use the most is Command R, and this allows me to run the app. Although I can go up to the Run button and click that, it's nice to keep your hands off the mouse as much as possible, so you can simply type Command R, and that will run and launch the application, and open up the simulator. And of course, I can use the standard Mac keyboard shortcut to quit the simulator, Command Q. So that's a keyboard shortcut I use all of the time. Closely related to that is the keyboard shortcut to build your project. Sometimes I simply want to compile the project without necessarily running it in the simulator. You can do that with Command B, and that will trigger a build. One of the keys to using Xcode efficiently is to learn to navigate through your code base. Now, a frequently used navigation that I perform is navigating between the header file and an implementation file. So Objective-C classes are always defined in two parts. There's a .h and a .m. And we usually work with those in tandem, so we toggle back and forth between them quite frequently. You can do this by holding down Control, Command, up and down arrow, and this will toggle me back and forth between the file's header and its implementation. Closely related to that keyboard shortcut is a keyboard shortcut to navigate through your file history. So if I want to go backwards and forwards in my file history, I can hold down Control, Command, left arrow to go back, and right arrow to go forward. If I want to use the mouse, I can go up to these arrows and go back and forward in my file history as well. But you'll find the keyboard shortcut to be much quicker. Another convenient way to navigate through your source is to use the Command key while you're hovering over a symbol. So for instance, if I want to jump to the UI application's header, I can hold down the Command key, and you'll see suddenly that turns into a hyperlink. And I can click that, and that will jump me right into its header file. I'll hit Control, Command, back arrow to get back to my previous history. But I can also quickly navigate through my code. This can be a great way to quickly navigate through your code base. And this works with not only Apple source code, but you can navigate into your own source code as well. One of my favorite navigation tips is this feature called Open Quickly. And you can actually find this under the File menu and say Open Quickly, or the more convenient way to open this is Command-Shift-O. This will pop open this little dialog, and from here I can type a file name or any symbol name, and that will narrow down my selections. Search for Alert. So there's my UI Alert view. There's my Alerts view controller. And by hitting Open, or just the Enter key, that will jump me right to that location in the code. Open this up again and type in Custom View. So that's a great way to very quickly get to parts in your project much faster than using the mouse. Now, navigating from file to file is important, and the shortcuts we just discussed will be tremendously helpful, but it can also be very important to quickly navigate inside of a file as well. And one way we can help organize that code is through the use of this feature called pragma marks. So let me find a little longer file. Here's this custom picker data source. That's not real long. But from the jump bar, we can highlight the jump bar and see that we can quickly jump to various locations within this code. We can also define additional pragma marks, and we'll type pragma mark dash and then some feature, so I'll call this picker view. And I can add another one up here, and I'll type pragma mark teardown. Now when I go back to the jump bar menu, I can see there's my teardown, so I can very quickly navigate to that method. Here's the picker view that I specified, so I can quickly jump to that point in code. So this can be a good habit to get in, to use these pragma marks in your code base. It'll definitely make your code much more navigable as the features grow. As you've already seen, Xcode takes up a lot of screen real estate. We saw earlier how we can use these buttons in the toolbar to toggle on and off various sections of the interface. But a quicker way to do that is to use keyboard shortcuts. So if I want to toggle the navigator on and off, I can hold down the Command key, and Command 0 will toggle that on and off. If I want to toggle on and off the utility area, I can hold Option Command 0. Finally, if I want to toggle the debug view on and off, I can hold down Command, Shift, Y. And this will toggle this feature on and off. Apple's frameworks encompass lots and lots of classes, so knowing all of the little details of each and every class is something you'll probably never fully achieve. But luckily, there's a nice feature in Xcode that makes it real easy to jump to that documentation for a particular class. What I can do is this class called NSMutableArray. If I want to quickly bring up some documentation for this, I can hold down the Option key, and you'll notice my cursor suddenly turns to a crosshairs, and I can highlight over NSMutableArray and click that, and this will give me some abstract information about this particular class. This abstract may be enough for me to get what I wanted to find out. However, we can also click on the book icon next to it, and this will bring up the full documentation for it. Close this down with Command W. And let me do that one more time. I'll hold down the Option key. In addition to opening up the full documentation, there's also a shortcut to get right to its header file, so that can be another convenient navigation feature. So now you have a good collection of tips that will help you become more productive in Xcode. As I mentioned earlier, this is only a small sampling of the productivity tips that exist. You'll undoubtedly find more as time goes on. The more proficient you become with Xcode and its related tools, the quicker you'll be able to go from idea to implementation. I'll see you in the next section.